All right, y'all. Welcome to Street Church Congregation. Come on in. And for first time visitors, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. I'm going to get right into it, y'all. I was watching YouTube. I like to watch YouTube a lot more than regular TV nowadays, or cable, or any other app, whatever you want to call it. I like watching YouTube. I think YouTube is the platform to go to. If you're a YouTuber, you should stay on YouTube, because to me, it's like the information influencing hub, right? Is YouTube, in my opinion. Um, and so I'm browsing YouTube, and I keep getting these guys because of what I'm viewing. YouTube gets you into the algorithm, gets your search habits into the algorithm, and so you start getting stuff. You get the stuff you might be interested in, and then you get stuff related to it, and then you get stuff that you're really not uh, interested in, and you don't know how they got it. But I think that that's the way they do it. They give you your interest, they give you some things that may influence you, and then ultimately some things that unfortunately may trap you. Um. Anyway, that being said, it's these guys that calls themselves the conservative twins, Hodge twins. I think they started out as the Hodge twins, and now their YouTube handle is conservative twins. It's two light-skinned uh, black Americans. I don't even know what they want to be called. I think just Americans, all right, if you let them tell it. But two black guys, two light skinned, fair skinned, light skinned guys. And this doesn't have anything to do with it, although sub wise, you get what I'm saying? Underneath, it could have a lot to do with it, because it could have a lot to do with the way they have been accepted in society. And uh as far as black, we all know that fair skinned black people, in some instances, not no systemic racism or nothing like that, nothing far left or nothing far right about this conversation that I'm about to have with you. It's all a true based conversation. And I can definitely speak on it because I got skin in the game. I'm a dark skinned person, and I know how I've been treated. I know the jokes that they crack on dark skinned people are different according to light skinned people. When you're light skinned and a joke is cracked on you, you call pretty boy, right? But it's in a negative way, saying you pretty boy. You can't, you can't fight. You a lover, not a fighter. You pretty boy, right? When you dark skinned, they try to make fun of your very essence of who you are. Like culture wise, they'll call you Shaka Zulu. Like if being Shaka Zulu, being dark skinned was something bad. A king, a war king who went to war for his people and fought for his beliefs. But Shaka Zulu in the black community uh, is considered a dig at a dark skinned person. Darth Vader, which is really because the ignorance of black people, they called it Dark Vader, but it's Darth Vader. But we know that Darth Vader wore a black suit. So in order to crack a joke, that's another dig at dark skinned people by black people. This is a joke that black people came up with. This ain't something white people came up with. This is something that happens in our community. So being dark skinned, you get called Darth Vader, you get called Shaka Zulu. What was the other one? I can't think of his name. Uh you looking like it's not King Tut. It's another one. Uh that they said, and he was a great king, Pharaoh, right? Another great leader, but it's oh, you old Wesley Snipes looking mug. This is the type of stuff that they say. You look like an old black gremlin. This is what, you know what I'm saying. Whereas like I said, a light skinned joke is, oh, you old pretty boy, you old Al B. Sure, you old Chico DeBarge looking, they're, but it's nothing as derogative as, oh, you look like a black skillet. That's what they call dark people. You understand what I'm saying? So this is our own people. Racism against its own people. You see what I'm saying? And my point is that this is what a lot of times conservatism and being influenced and inspired to be Caucasian and in their culture. Because we have black culture and we have Caucasian culture, right? And I don't want to say, colonialists, but the colonialists was here. We can't deny this stuff, you know what I'm saying? But the way that the left use it, it ain't proper. It's trying to find a way to call white people something derogatory to make up for the word, the N word. They done tried all kinds of stuff. Cracker, redneck, colonialist now, all kinds of stuff. And all it is really black people, it's acting like gang members because they think that they need to slide for their ancestors. You get what I'm saying? This is street church. We're gonna lay it all out. This colonialist, Trump is a white supremacist, all of this stuff, all this stuff that they trying to make derogatory, having a really good education is white privilege, all this stuff. This is like them. I'm trying to put it in a street term so people, layman's term. They trying to slide for their ancestors who suffered slavery, right? They trying to slide. And it's weak and it's feeble-minded. And it will progress black people nowhere. The steps towards our path to being, really as powerful as we could be and continue to be influential and have an impact in this world like we should. Not only just as black Americans, but that right there, that behavior, that type of attitude, the Joy Reids of this world, the Sonny Halstons of this world, the double-mindedness and sellout of like Whoopi Goldberg ain't gonna do it. And neither will people trying to fake like them wanting to be proper college educated black people. Sometimes that's not conservatism. It's not. It's not conservatism. I don't hear it in their conversations. I just hear them picking fights and what they call gaslighting on the other side. And it is exactly what these conservative twins is about. They just like to gaslight. It's not conservatism. It's not conservatism. It's just two light-skinned dudes who grew up influenced by white people. And they took to their culture more than they took to their own culture. My cousin was the same way. My cousin Tony was the same way. He was already listening to White Zombie, White Snake, rock and roll music, which is not it's not a major music genre for black people. We know this. It's black people who listen to metal, but it's not the majority. Our music is R&B and rap music. Period. Hands down. We know this. And jazz. Jazz, R&B, and rap music are the three most influential musics that we those are the genres that we gravitate to. And yeah, there are some black people who listen to but what I notice about them is they also want to act like white people do who are racist towards their own people. You get what I'm saying? Like they adapt the racism that is prevalent in white culture. And it be against their own people. And that's the case with these two jokers here. And my grandmother used to say joker to somebody, that meant they was a real bad person. And these two jokers right here is a prime example of that. It's no conservatism in it. It's no statistics. It's no it's no balance to it, right? It's just insult and insult on black people who live a certain way, have a certain culture in a certain demographic with them. And it's offensive towards their own people, right? And they do everything, and I know that they're influenced by white culture, right? Whatever, colonialist culture, American, white America, right? There's a white American culture just like there's a black American culture. It is. It just is what it is. People need to stop playing around and acting like they're going to offend somebody saying that. There is a black culture and there is a white culture. And both of those cultures have proper, formal people who are educated, intelligent, and intellectual, what they think, say, and do. And there are, on both sides, those who are broken English language, less educated people who have more street wisdom than they have textbook education, right? Just like there's some that have both. And these dudes wearing duck bib hats all the time. They never wear, like I got a flat bib. You see this? This is a 5950. This is black culture. We gravitated, when they made these hats from New Era, we all gravitated towards those and we made that a part of our culture. Those duck bibs, those bent hats that be all worn out, that worn out look, period, says that you embrace country, you embrace that part of white America who believes in the military and, patriotism and being a gun-toting Christian. And I'm gonna tell you something. That's as backwards as all outdoors. I heard a music video from a guy named what's his name, Bryson Gray and Tyson Jones. He's talking about gun-toting Bible thumper. You can't be a gun-toting Bible thumper, because one thing about it is that the Bible tells us those who are Christ will be persecuted, even till death, for the sake of Christ. And that is the guarantee that you are of Christ, is that you die in righteousness, that you die for the sake of Christ, that you die for the name, not kill. So you trying to make up an excuse, you protecting your family, your kids. If your kids are Christians, they lambs to the slaughter. If you are a Christian, you are a lamb to the slaughter. You're not the wolf, you're the sheep. So that is contradictory of the Bible. But that's what the problem is. We've allowed the Republican Party to make conservatism be a part of being Christian, and it's not true. It's not true. It's a lie from the devil. It's a lie from the devil, because eventually we will have to be persecuted for the sake of Christ. If we live through the tribulation, if we live long enough to see the hour, the man of the hour, which is Satan incarnate into a man, who will allow Satan to enter him so that he can be Satan incarnate, then you won't be able to buy and sell. All the things that's in the Bible will come true, and you will be forced to have to die for the sake of Christ. Because you cannot choose his mark. So how can you be gun-toting when your ultimate sacrifice to be a servant of God and to seal your guarantee is by your persecution, what you are willing to lay down. You have to lay down your life. So this life that you live is meant for you to bear the cross, to lay it down on that cross one day. That's why the Lord says in the Bible, you got to pick up your cross, not your gun. You can't pick up your gun or your crossbow. You got to pick up your cross and follow me. That means all the way you've been thinking in your flesh, it's got to be laid down. You got to put that down and pick up that cross. And what did he do on that cross? But sacrifice himself. Can't be no gun-toting Bible thumper. And this is the way Satan has entered into to conservatives' mindset. Right? This is the evil part of it. Because they're allowing it. Right? I'm a good Christian because of they define their Christianity based on their patriotism. Right? What they think of about the economy and socially and but that's not it. What makes you a Christian is if you love your neighbor as yourself and you stay from being defiled by the ways of this world. That's it. It ain't got nothing to do with politics. And they should never be intertwined because it will make you unequally yoked. And that's what they do. Them conservative twins sit up. I'm going to say this because I got to let it go because I don't want it to be long. I don't want this video to be long. I'm going to say this. This is what bothered me, okay, about them. Right? Okay, I don't care about y'all wanting to be country and y'all being influenced by white culture. I don't care about that. That is not what I care about. What I care about is y'all think y'all doing the Christian thing. You think you're doing the patriotic thing by knocking your own kind, and you're not. And the way y'all talked in y'all most recent video was about black people. Y'all was knocking black people for saying they built this country, which we are great contributors to building this country. And a lot of things y'all tried to knock them on. Y'all tried to make it seem like just because a white person came up with the basketball program, that it wouldn't be here without them. Like that's all black people was good for, and that's where we done made the most strides at. It's just basketball. And we can't even credit ourselves for basketball. That's how y'all tried to say that. Y'all nasty minded for that. That was petty. Because first of all, you don't know if they really came up with it and it wasn't a black person's ideal or he didn't contribute to the ideal of playing basketball, or they didn't get it and see it. He didn't see it played somewhere else and just came here and embellished on it like y'all claim. That's what black people only did. We only embellished on it. That's what you said. But you don't know if he got the idea from somewhere and just embellished on it. You don't know if he's the blueprint, like it was the only time. Because we know most of these games that we play come from like Greece and Rome and was played thousands of years ago. We all just embellished on it, including those colonialist people and white people that you hold up so proudly to convince people that you're just doing it because you're a conservative. No, you're just influenced by white culture. You're just like my cousin. He like rock and roll, heavy metal, dating white girls, and you are the same exact way. All you is somebody who like country music or either metal or all of it, and you just like embracing white culture. You just like apple pie rather than peach cobbler. That's all you two twins is. None of the stuff y'all talk about is conservative. It don't give me a view on conservative. And if it is, man, I don't want no part of being a conservative. I'm not a Democratic. I'm not a progressive. I'm not a liberal. I'm not an independent. I'm a theocratic. I believe in the law and love of God first and foremost. That's what guides me in the things that I think, say, and do. But yeah, y'all a hot mess, man. And then you tried to make it seem like you glad to be American just based on black people who still are in their natural element across the country over abroad. That they're in their natural element still the way it was years ago. I commend them for that because that means they're free. However they fought for whatever they doing right now, they fought for it. They fought for it. The same way you claim that all the military in America fought for your freedom here, they fought with it, and they fought with less weapons. They fought with them spears to stay and remain free and to cause men to respect and fear them to where they ain't trying to come over there and take over their land. You claim that the military here in the U.S. done fought for your freedom, but the government can come take everything you and I got right now in seconds. They not allowed to go over there and do that to those natives over there. And hunting with a spear is a rite of passage, like you jokers probably like to pass the rite of passage to hunt with a gun. It's an honorable thing amongst our native people to hunt with a spear. But y'all tried to dog that. That's what I'm saying. Look at you. You tried to dog that. Y'all pitiful. Y'all pitiful. Y'all pitiful. All because you trying to prop up something that gets more and more evil towards you every year. They doing something to your taxes. They doing something to your freedom. They doing something to your social standing, and you still up here carry us. And it ain't just all the Democratic Party. You fooling yourself. You going out even more foolish if you think that that's the only people that's doing something against you to see you not have, to see you have less. It's people in power that's doing that. And yeah, there's a system. It's just sad that the Democrats don't point out the right system and they don't do it like they should because they themselves are a part of that system that hurts us all as people in America. Not black, just all of us. There's people in power hurting us from both sides. Just crazy how y'all just sort of you kept on just making fun of your own people's culture. We ain't talking about rap music and all this. There's a lot of stuff in our culture. Yeah, we ought to condemn it. We ought to condemn it. Twerking, gangster rap music, study letting these young people brag about killings and stuff and rap. Yeah, okay, that's all bad, but country music do it too. They talk about drinking whiskey and just being lazy and being out in the sun all the time and whatever they talking about frivolous stuff that ain't helping the youth neither. And rock and roll and heavy metal is teaching witchcraft. And it's the reason why a lot of these young kids decide to just lose their mind and go crazy and go out here shooting their own classmates up. Yeah, that's where it comes from. It comes from heavy metal and it comes from gaming on both sides, black and white. Where you think they get the influence to witchcraft? They watching horror movies and they listening to heavy metal. Oh, y'all kill y'all. Y'all. They up there speaking, screaming to the top of their lungs and trying to put it in the music without people really hearing it. But young people got their ears so close to the speakers, they hearing the death to all. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Same way with country music. I'm gonna give me some whiskey and go around the bay, around the barn, and get me a girl that's sweet from the farm. It's all sexual immorality and fornication. I'm just making up something, but that's how mostly they'll sing. Oh, I'm gonna give me some whiskey, cause I know that this girl is getting frisky. Come on, man. They don't make it no. It's just like somebody in gangster rap sitting up there rapping about, I'm gonna get this girl, I'm gonna bend her over. It's my homeboy's girl. I'm gonna get her in the Rover. It's the same thing. You got country girls, you know what I'm saying? Country girls, country music, female singers who talk about tearing up their man's car because they caught him cheating. All kinds of domestic violence and stuff like that put into the country music. So y'all ain't doing no better. Y'all trying to knock your own black culture for some of the bad that's in it to try to prop up a culture that just got as much bad in it. And the Republican Party got some bad in it. Because even though Trump might not be racist, some of his voters are racist. His voters. Some of his voters are racist. Just like the Democrats. Some of their voters are racist. Some of their voters get triggered by what these Democrats say and go do bad things. They know that they can trigger a lot of mentally weak people in America. And it's the same way with the Republican Party. Not all of them hands is clean. They're not just good old Americans. So stop playing like that. Y'all act like y'all somewhere in a better place because y'all not like the Democratic Party people. You know, some of the bad, some of the blemish. We all got spots and blemishes in our parties, and then I'm just tired of y'all trying to act like y'all some good old Christians and y'all values is so solid, and being a patriot is just the best thing, man. Stop all that crap. It's a lot of wars we shouldn't have got involved in that we shouldn't be proud of. Our government is messed up on both sides. Our cultures are messed up on both sides, on all sides. You know, coming with that crap and gonna disrespect your own people. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. We ain't gonna get nowhere. And I bet y'all ain't never tried to help a young black man do nothing. Help him go get a job, fill out an application, even show him how your culture could be accepted. This thing that you got going on YouTube, you ain't let nobody else embrace it. Y'all ain't never, I bet y'all ain't picked one black person or even white person and taught them how to YouTube. What if you took some of these wayward kids, you know what I'm saying? Some of these black wayward kids, right? And taught them how to YouTube. Really embraced them. Gave them internships. I don't have the money. I don't make no money like that off YouTube. You know, I'm just getting started. Lord willing, it'll happen. It'll happen. The numbers will jump. But right now, I don't have it. But if I had it, I'd do it. Because that's the impact. Y'all ain't impacting nobody, dogging people. Y'all do that all the time. Especially it's one of them that sit over on this side all the time. This side of, I'm looking at my finger. On this side of me, this is where he be sitting at, over there. It's that one. He got a mouth on him, man. His brother shows some kind of restraint, but him, he petty. He foul. He petty. And some tell me he like that in his personal life. And there's a lot of people he think really care something about him, can't wait to see his downfall. It's just something about him that I just believe he real petty in life. You know, what they would call a prick. I ain't gonna even lie. Lord, forgive me if I'm using a swear word, but prick comes to mind. The other one, he a little bit more reserved and restrained. He know his brother is going somewhere it shouldn't go. But on that, I'm going to let this go. You know what I'm saying? This is Street Church, y'all. God bless. I'm letting the congregation out. God bless. Listen, like, share, subscribe, comment. And I didn't mean for this video to be very long. I'm trying to make them as short as possible. But them two jokers there got me really heated. Really heated. Because I don't see no conservative. I just see two country black dudes that embrace white things, white culture. Like we got black culture. Like I embrace the street culture. And I just believe they embrace the white country culture. And they got accents like their country, so that's why. And they probably got a lot of white friends. And they've been doing that all their young, natural born life, and that's where they at with it. It's not conservatism, and we got to stop confusing conservatism and stop trying to mingle Christianity with conservatism. Ain't got nothing. Neither one of them are related. They are in contrast, and one is contrary to the other. If you a Christian, it ain't got nothing to do with you being a conservative or a Democratic. Being a follower of Christ will lead you away from it all. So on that note, I'm letting the congregation out. God bless.